Hi, it's Sandy Parker and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Today I'm going to show you a product that didn't go the way I planned, but I'm going to have to work through it and I hope you'll stay tuned. Well, let me tell you what happened. I went on Home Shopping Network when I was feeling crappy with my cold, and they were having a day of crafting. And so their day of crafting, they had a set of Spectrum Noir. These are new inks. They're quick dry inks. They're the greatest according to the people on, whatever. Anyway, it came in a set. You got these layered stamps and they're called Flourishing Fuchsias. You got dyes and you got the inks. And so I was all excited about this. I thought, great, I'm gonna, go with it. So I got them and I started playing with them today, and to be honest, the inks are making me crazy. This is my third attempt at this card because of the problems I've had so far, and I'll show you the problem right off the bat. I don't know if you can see this, but the inks, you know how sometimes inks, when you stamp them, they're splotchy and then the splotches go away? The splotches don't go away. They stay there. That made me really super unhappy. And, okay, you're going to laugh at this. I lost my mind and stamped these ones upside down, but hopefully you can see how splotchy those are. I'm not happy with that. They should not be splotchy. They should be completely filled in because they're dry. Okay, well, I'm going to stop whining about that, and we're going to make card number 431. I have a piece of foam here underneath so that I can do some other things, but what I wanted to do first off is I wanted to show you these brushes. A lot of people had asked me about these. I bought them from AliExpress and they wanted to know if they worked really well or if I liked them, and so I thought I would show you how they worked for me. I'm going to use Distress inks in Tumbled glass and maybe Broken China, but first the Tumbled glass. What I found was when you have a light ink like this one, and I'm really inking this good. When you have a light ink and you start, let's say I start off the paper and I go onto the paper, I liked the results because they're very subtle. But when you go a little bit darker, and by darker I mean Broken China, and Broken China isn't super dark, but when you go a little bit darker, you end up with a much, much darker look, and I didn't like that. But I'm going to let you see it because I like to make sure you see the whole ball of wax. And I'm going to make this card kind of, I'm going to go in from the sides and make my edges. Okay. Why do these things keep happening? I don't know. See how the ink isn't going to attach there? That's because I'm lucky. Okay, now I'm going to go to Broken China because I want to make sure you see what I'm talking about. Here's the Broken China. It's not a super dark ink, but it's darker than Tumbled glass. I'm going to start off the page like this so you can see the color of it. That's the color. It's not super dark. But then when I went on to here, you see how much darker and how I get little, smears with it. I'm not crazy about it, to be honest, when you use a darker tone. I'll cover that with my inks, my stamps. If I ever get the fuchsia stamps to work for me. And light touch is better. If you're gonna do this, the lighter that you can do this, the better. And I don't know why I keep getting these weird spots where I'm getting like super weird colors and other spots where I'm not getting any. Okay. I've never had a problem like this with my 1-inch chip brushes. I've never had, like, I don't know what's going on with that spot right there. I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know what the heck. All I know is this has been an extremely frustrating crafting time for me. Okay, I'm not going to cry, and I'm not going to whine, I'm not going to say anything bad. But if I was going to, trust me, now would be the time. And to clean these, all you're supposed to do is just like rub them off onto something, and they will stain, but apparently that's okay. I don't know. I don't know. We're going with it. Back to the crappy problem ink that I'll just say. I don't even know why I'm so frustrated with that, but I am. I'm going to start with, these are numbered, and I'll show you that. Here are the numbers. Hold on. I want to make sure you see on this. Okay. Right at the bottom there is a number 1. I don't know why I thought this. I thought it was actually written on this, but it's not. It's just not. I don't know. Anyway, you want to use your number 1s first, and you want to use those with your lighter ink. And so I'm going to use 2 old Stampin' Up! Inks. This one is Pear Pizzazz, and this one is True Time. And my lighter ink is Pear Pizzazz. I'm using that first. And we're doing leaves first because if we really want to be able to know where everything is going to be placed, this is a hanging flower, so you have to start with your leaves first. If that made any sense, I don't even know at this point. I'm losing my mind. The other thing I will tell you about this set of stamps is that you have to make sure you give yourself serious room, and by serious I mean serious room, for your flowers, and I'll show you the problem with that in a second too. All in all, everything I've done with this set so far has made me unhappy. Don't worry that I didn't get the ink all over everything. That's the least of our worries at this juncture. I'm going to put this one in. I'll put that right over that weird spot. And then, oh look, doesn't even, that ink doesn't go over it either. How lucky! I'm going to do one more right there. When I tell you all the problems I've had, you just will laugh. Okay. I have a big piece of foam under here in case you're going, why isn't it working for you, Sandy? Don't you have any foam under there? Yeah, I have foam under there. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know. Okay, before I go any further, I'm going to get, this is also from AliExpress. It's called Micro Brush, and it would be with makeup, and it works really good for fixing any kind of problem. See that? It's like a little foam tip to it. So you just put that foam tip into your ink, and then you just scribble over where your ink didn't attach. And I'm doing another stamp over this, but you still are going to want, if you do this layered stamps, you still want your base layer to really show through. Alright, next up we're going to go after our True Time, which is a darker green, and we'll go to our number 2 stamp. And let me tell you about my acrylic block I'm using. This is from Tim Holtz. It's from the Ideology line. It's called Fragments, and there's a bunch of little different sizes of these plastic pieces. This was the biggest one in the kit that I bought. I don't know if they still have one with one this big or not. And then this is also from Ideology. It's called a curio knob, and it comes in a set of 3. I decided I was going to make my own acrylic block that had a handle on it. This is when I first started doing stamping, and I couldn't find any of these anywhere where, you know, where in stores where you could find a handled acrylic block that you could see through. Okay, we're going for it. I have to put my head over it for just a second. That one. I'm just really frustrated by this set, I gotta be honest. Ooh, almost a little malfunction there. Sorry about my head. Close. Turn this a little bit. Never know. Good enough. Okay, now I'm gonna flip that over so you can see this. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of those little micro brushes, and I'm just gonna kind of put a little line. I'm gonna do a little bit of shading on the side of the stem. Okay, now we're going to talk about the problems I had with the actual flower. And this is when I started using these inks. There's Pink Tulip, Fuchsia, and Plum Jam. I'm only using the Pink Tulip, and we're going to use the #1 flower, and I'll go over the problems I've had with it. Okay. First of all, I stamped them upside down a couple times because my brain wasn't working. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just wasn't stamping them properly. But the other problem I had was these are very close together, and the stamps themselves are big. So let me first show you the problem I had with the ink. Okay, I don't know if you just saw me stamp that or ink that, but I don't know if you can see that. Those little waffly looks, that little splotchy look, that didn't go away. And their claim to fame is that these are supposed to be really quick drying. Okay, great. You're quick drying, but if the splotches don't go away, and I'm going to leave that there so you keep seeing it, that's problematic if that doesn't get better. It should go away. So then I tried inking it a different way, because when I inked it straight up and down, I got those little splotches. So then I started swiping it or dabbing it, and basically everything I've tried, it hasn't seemed to really help the situation. I'm going to put one right there. So what I decided in the end is I'm not going to use the other colors. I'm going to use my other inks so that my other colors aren't going to have a splotchy mess like that. I'm so frustrated by that. Okay, now I got ink there. Just ignore the problems I'll continue to have, because why not? I'm just going to continue to have them. I'm going to put this one right there. And that's the other thing, that little thing, this little piece that you're supposed to have for the numbers, that sometimes inks. I'm just saying, all in all, my frustration level with this stamp set has been super, super high. I'm going to put this one here. Look how splotchy that one is. Ugh! I'm not going to swear, but if I was going to swear, this would be the moment. I'm going to do all of my number 1s first, because that way I'll make sure that we have everything, you know, all the stamping of the, we'll call it the not so great ink first. Okay, is this the right way? Somehow I'm freaking myself out. That's right. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to go like that. It's going to end up over that green one. I don't even care at this point. Next color we're going to go to is this grape jelly color on my favorite things. And this is our number 3 stamp. Next up, we're going to go with a nice birthday greeting in the middle. Let me go find one, and I'll be back in a second. I used some of my sentiments from some stamp sets that I have. This one is from a stamp set called Laugh Out Loud Stamps that says, "Friends are like fat thighs, they stick together." Clearly this is one of my very, very good friends. You wouldn't send that give a card like that to somebody that you weren't super close to, because that would be embarrassing for them. But, you know, if they know you well and you know them well, you can say that about their thighs. And then the inside I I told you lately that you're amazing, and that came from a stamp set that I just got from Simon Says Stamped. It's called Amazing. And then the happy birthday sentiment came from a magazine that I got a big stamp set from, and I don't remember the name of the magazine, so I'm not going to be able to tell you the name of the stamp set, but everybody has a happy birthday sentiment. And then I used my foam tape that I got from AliExpress that's not doing too bad of a job, I have to be honest. I used it on a card the other day, the bunny card actually, and it stayed together, which made me happy. And this one is going to be a real test because I'm putting it on paper that is got, what do you call that? Besides my sticky fingers, I put it on glitter paper. Geez, I couldn't think of the name of that. So in the end, I hope that you got a good look at this Spectrum Noir die. Harmony is the name of it. I have to say, huge disappointment, but I want you to be the judge for yourself, so I'm not going to, no, I am saying it. It's a huge disappointment. In the end, though, I hope you enjoyed the card, that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and please tell your friends about me on social media because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.